Q&A. Our guest is Melanie Sloan, Executive Director of Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington.
Melanie Sloan, can you remember the first time you got interested in corruption?
That is a hard question. Probably back in the 70s with Richard Nixon, when I was paying attention just as a school kid, and I thought that what was going on with Watergate was so terrible.
Where were you then?
Well, in 1974, I was just 8 years old, so it's a while ago, but I have distinct memories of reading the covers of magazines and seeing about Nixon and having my dad explain to me what was going on, and it seemed pretty appalling, and it was quite a shock that our political leaders might not be everything we thought they were.
South Carolina's governor spoke out today for the first time since admitting he had an extramarital affair and then tried to cover it up by claiming he was on a hiking trip.
He lied to his staff, he lied to the press, he lied to the public. That too, that's official misconduct. That's really problematic. You can't trust a public official who's willing to lie like that.
Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner has promised to open up the bailout process, but like the Fed, Treasury doesn't want to name banks.
It's taxpayer dollars, and we as taxpayers then have a right to know where that money is going. And I just can't understand why there should be any secrecy about that. The Obama administration has had some occasion to consider this already. They have filed papers reiterating the view that was taken in the Bush administration, so it's not like the issues just come before them. We've been litigating this for months now in another case.
Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington will file a complaint with the Senate Ethics Committee. The organization's director, Melanie Sloan, told us today that the complaint focuses on Senator Enson's employment issues and campaign finance rules.
My name is Melanie Sloan. I'm the Executive Director of Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. I started CREW in February of 2003 because there were major problems with corruption in Congress and no one was doing anything about it. At the time, I was a prosecutor at the U.S. Attorney's Office here in the District of Columbia, and I thought I could bring the skills I'd learned as a prosecutor to bear upon the corruption problem, and I could make a difference. And I think CREW really has made a difference. In the 6 years since I've started CREW, we've done terrific things. We've gone after Tom DeLay, the reason I went and started CREW in the first place, the most corrupt member of Congress to ever walk the halls of the Capitol. We also highlighted for the American people Mark Foley, who was sending inappropriate messages to teenage pages. And of course, we worked on the Jack Abramoff matter and highlighted the connections between Abramoff and his cronies and members of Congress. We also represented Valerie and Joseph Wilson in their case against Vice President Cheney, Scooter Libby, Karl Rove, and other administration officials. Today, we have 18 cases pending against the administration over issues such as transparency and accountability and government ethics. These are important issues that people need to worry about. Recently, my husband and I adopted a baby girl. And so now, like working moms everywhere, I have to balance my work and family life. It's important to me, though, to still have my work here at CREW because I want to make sure the world is a better place and there is less corruption in my daughter's future.